America wants to bomb my house, my main man. They want to kill my wife and children. We need to know, what is their plan?
I don't know. I live in the North Pole. What are you doing?
They say that the Chinese were the first to experiment with electroshock to the testicles.
Oh no, not Santa's balls.
What else is America planning?
I'm gonna f***ing kill you!
Santa Claus is coming to town.
In time, when all other races had retreated or burned, only the Church of the Mainfrey remained in the path of the Daleks. And so those ancient enemies, the Doctor and the Silence, stood back to back in the fields of Trenzalore.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good morning. Happy New Year, one and all. Yes, we're in the big 2024. We're going to be looking forward into the year to see what dreadful things may occur. I don't know. Look, again, my big political prediction is that Trump will win the election. They'll try and keep him off it as many ballots as possible and cheat in as many ways possible. However, the hatred of Biden will win out, and then there will be a military coup to stop him taking power. Right at that point, I don't see any option at that, but any other option at that point, right? So that's my prediction. I wish I could remember to check a year from now to see how close I was. Based on my prediction for 2023, horribly wrong, right? I mean, I'm a bit I'm intrigued by the shooting out with Doctor Who. I'm not, I won't say sold, but I am reasonably sold on it. I have to say, it's very gay at the same time. But the specials were cack. I mean, oh God! And Russell kept telling us that it was going to be cack, right? He kept telling us, but I wouldn't listen. Right? I was like, no, there's an explanation for this, right? No, I was wrong about pretty much everything. Highest spots of the year would have to be Silo on TV, and Star Trek Picard at the cinema. Nothing. Okay, I mean, Oppenheimer, nothing. There's no movie that came out in 2023 that I wouldn't be fine seeing erased from reality. Like, I mean, again, I thought Oppenheimer was an interesting movie, right? I like that it was interesting. It didn't really do that much for me. I mean, it did. It was more than entertaining. I found it like engaging, right? Interesting, yeah, and engaging. Meh. Right, it wasn't one of those. It wasn't like Pulp Fiction, right? Which is a movie I feel that you have to see in your life, right? It wasn't like an important movie. But looking for this year, I don't know what's going to be this year, right? The slate. We're going to do a preview. We're going to do a big preview of the year. We're going to look at the latest SFX magazine. New Doctor Who magazine comes out on Thursday, so we'll look at it on Thursday. No live stream tomorrow. I'm like jiggered, right? This is my third day in a row live streaming, and I'm really wiped out by it. So much so that I think the decorations are coming down by Thursday, right? I normally wait till 12th night, which will be, when would that be? That's the 5th. So that's, Monday's the 1st. Tuesday's the 2nd, and Wednesday's the 3rd. Friday, that'll be Saturday. Yeah, no, I can't do it, mate. I can't do it. I'm ready to get into life again at this point, right? I really am. I've been also basically everybody else has been off, so that means I've been bumming around as well, which I've quite enjoyed, right? I quite enjoyed, but I really want to get back to full tilt work, right? I know I'm a bit of a workaholic, I have to admit. I've been listening to the new Sylvester McCoy release from Big Finish the last day. It's I'm only like 2.5 episodes in to a 6 episode disc, but the idea is that Ace is putting together a team to stop the Doctor or somebody. We're not entirely sure, but it's like all the people that you knew from the 7th Doctor's life. But thing is, I don't remember any of them. I remember Kane because he was on TV. I don't remember. I mean, I vaguely remember this frog person, Grundale or something, whatever it is, which is it's a cool character, but it was from like 10 years ago. Like I know they should have had some kind of thing with the disc, like a disc of like the story so far to bring you up to date on who everybody is. And now, unlike I said in the 3rd episode, and you got the Doctor talking to somebody, and I don't know if we know these people, if we ever met them before. It's very confusing, right? And I'm not sure it's going to have the best payoff. It does feel very Sylvester McCoy, like a summation of his era to a certain extent, right? Sylvester McCoy had 2 eras, essentially. He had the season 24 era, which they then, I think Big Finish really leaned into season 24, just trying to kind of rectified it. And then you had the season 25, 26, which are much better Sylvester McCoy. Oh, man. It's 25, 26, just like good story after good story, and Silver Nemesis. And he was the dud in season 26. It was, you had Survival and Ghostlight, which I liked a lot. Battlefield was the close one to a dud, and I think the special edition that fixes most of the problems with it. Amazingly enough. So I'm kind of enjoying like the lull of news. Although, oh man, I was going to say the lull of news. Then I remembered that the Epstein list started coming out, right? Of everybody who got a ride on the Epstein plane. Not good. Who was it? I saw. Well, firstly, it's that immediately, right? It's being tied into Israel and Mossad. Right, and it was like saying it was a Mossad operation to like blackmail people. I don't know. Seems. Look, here's the thing: if you're famous, don't have sex with anybody you're not married to or in a committed relationship with. Like, don't do that, right? And first, if you're gonna have sex with anybody, just make sure you're doing it in a place where you know there are no cameras. Right, I would not have gone to Pedophile Island in a million bloody years, right? And I saw like Alan Dershowitz was on the client list. I'm like, oh, you schmuck, really? It's not a good idea, right? So the client list came out. Who is it? Bill Clinton's on a lot, right? A lot. It's everybody you would expect to be on it is on it. Right, because like, would anybody? No one's really surprised because the only people who didn't know who's on it are the awfuls, the affluent white female liberals, right? Who just believe everything the government tells them because it matches their prejudices, right? I mean, that's really the only people, right? The only people who believe that nonsense. Who is it? Do I need to look at? Let me have a look. No, man. I actually caught up with everything. 1 second. We've got Steve's going here. Oh, did my lungs just come up? That was really quite heavy. Anyway, fine. So let me do this now before I forget. Normally I would wait a little bit longer in the stream, but let's get this done now, and then we'll get to the chat, because I think this is actually quite a good place to start off with. Assuming it's going to open up. Yeah, it opens up. There you go. Doink. SFX magazine. New SFX magazine. Now, just as indicating how shit SFX magazine is nowadays, they used to have the SFX preview of the upcoming year, but that obviously will take a bit of work. So they're not bothering that. Everything's focusing on Ncuti Gatwa. I don't know. Vague interest. That's where I am. Vague interest, right? I will watch it and I'll let you know. For me, it's not the same show. It's divorced from classic Doctor Who. So whatever. I'm gonna watch this new take on it and see if I enjoy it in any way, right? But yeah, there's a lot of talking about. There's a lot about it in this this issue. Galaxy's Greatest Comics. You subscribe there now. I know. I got rid of my subscription many years ago. Oh, speaking of which, very sad news. I just heard that was it 2000 AD? Where is it? That the artist John M. Burns just passed away. John M. Burns, famous for lots of look. They don't have any examples of work. Lots of like looking stuff. And here, 1 second. Countdown. That I don't know. TV action. Oh, look at that. A bit of UFO. Judge Dredd. I mean, he'd been around for like years and years and years. He just passed away. Real classic stable of the comic book industry for, I don't know, what, 30, 40 years? Probably more. He worked into his 80s. And really, he stayed as good from his first piece to the last, right? He was just a class act, right? An absolute class act. So I'm sure 2000 AD will be doing some kind of tribute to him. Fine, let's see what's in this week's SFX, this month, I should say. Doctor Who merchandise, that'd be fun. I just start thumbing through it. Rants, I always like rants and raves, right? Look, nothing says the new era Doctor Who more than this. Russell Lee Davies being charming with an absolute twat, right? Who the editor strikes me as, right? Because that's his picture he has, and this is who he is in real life. All right, dude, get a grip. Simon Project is a new home. It's now on Netflix. Season 2, thankfully, coming in 2024. I'm impressed. I am impressed, right? What's more festive than a pop song about eating babies? I like the Goblin song. I thought it was fun. I did. Beat the Meat. He likes Beat the Meat. Public service announcement. All of Rent-A-Ghost is now on ITVX Premium. Oh, okay. And there's a 1-week free trial. I would just spend a week watching that. Week off work. Binge 8 episodes. They sorted, and that will be a great 8 episodes. Turns out Peter Strickland is an old school Doctor Who fan. Who's Peter Strickland? Who would love to work on the series? Just mention in case of any showrunners are reading. Okay. In case you missed it, I recommended Ratcliffe's and McConaughey's The Wicker Man at 50 special. Hopefully you'll read it before January. It's still on BBC Sounds. I will check that out. Oh, Wicker Man at 50. Let's see if I can find that. 1 second. Wicker Man at 50 BBC Sounds. See if it comes up. Is this one? Oh, look at that. Oh, I will have to check this out. Film studio Crystal Lee thought the film could have been even better. Well, he thought there's been a bunch of material that's been lost that's out there somewhere. I will check that out there. Thank you, Ian Berryman. That's actually a good recommendation. Wow, I'm excited to listen to that. All everyone Doctor Who Animations is a rough approximation of what the story looked like back when it first aired. Can we go back to doing that? Yes! But frankly, oh God, yeah, the Celestial Toilet is just awful. I mean, that's why the Callum Weston version is so much better. It's embarrassing how much better it is. Right? Brian Reynolds, Lord Somerville in the audio adaptation of Wicker Man. What audio adaptation of the Wicker Man? Really? Where'd that come from? Okay, audio adaptation of the Wicker Man, Brian. This is why I read SFX, right? So I find out what's going on. Brian Blessed. Where is this? Is this on BBC Sounds? Get out of here. Holy shit, I've got to listen to this. Holy crap. I am so stoked. I'm genuine. I love The Wicker Man, right? It's one of my all-time favorite movies. I am so stoked. Holy crap. Yeah. Okay, fine. You got some great listening there coming. I'll put that on the same disc with The Blood on Satan's Claw, which is another good BBC sound thing. In case you haven't heard, Sony was recently forced to remove all Disney videos, hundreds of hours from its PlayStation service because of license changes. Why are you using Sony? That includes shows that some people have bought, not simply rented or streamed. Sorry, no refunds. It's a helpful reminder that this can happen in just about any streaming service at any time. Support physical media. Very good point, right? Very good point. I want to see Pat Mills and Dagan being fanboyed by David Tennant and the contributions to Doctor Who. You're right. I just wish it wasn't so agonizingly, painfully kicking the balls woke. Right? Oh, a male presenting title would never work it out. Oh, fuck off. I check out Pat's new book, Page Turners, full of hard one, pro tips for aspiring writers, and intriguing pinch of mysticism, and some great insights into his Who work. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Poor Things is the best. Tara Bennett must be super work. Lives in LA. Is the best and most original take on Frankenstein in a long time by far. Surreal, funny. Emma Stone's best work. I've never heard of it. Funny, and announcing about Arcade returning season 2, 2024. Now you've got to go and watch the show you've been meaning to get to because it won't disappoint. I believe that's on Netflix, right? That sounds like a Netflix show. Okay. Yeah, I'd say I really don't like these cover designs. Right? I really don't. I wish they would just invent something of their own, right? I don't like it. So this is doing great on Disney Plus, way better than Doctor Who. Percy Jackson, right? I know no buggers watching it anyway, but like it's doing really good. So is this Percy Jackson? Hang on a second. No, this is Night Swim. Some movie. I don't care. It's in the cinema, I think. From January 5th. You'll be able to see that in 4 days if you give a shit. I don't. American Horror Story. What's this? So this looks interesting. This actually might actually get me buying. Simon Spurrier and Aaron Cameron taking on John Constantine on the road as they return to Hellblazer. Because I generally speaking avoid modern comics because they're mainly caca, but this was pretty darn good. I wonder how many issues there's. John Constantine, Hellblazer, Dead in America, issue 1 out January 16th. I might well give that a review. I'm going to read that and give that a review. That looks interesting. Fine. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor in Superman Legacy. Now, look, people are all down on James Gunn, and he says a lot of stupid stuff like, "Oh, I love Tom King." Shut up. Don't say that, James. It's a bad idea, right? Nicholas Hoult sounds great as Lex Luthor, right? Well, you know what bit of Superman Legacy has never been explored, and I wish somebody would. If I was going to write a comic for DC Comics, it will be Jor-El, right? I would love to do Jor-El, the comic, and do the story of his Superman's father's life, right? I would have him and Zod be like these really good friends. They serve together in like some minor war when they're young and they're very close. And you see them like eventually drift apart. But that gives you much more tension between Zod and Superman, right? With Skylar Gisondo and Sarah Sampaio signed on as Jimmy Olsen and Eve Teschmacher. Okay, I've never never heard of either of them. Although I think he actually looks just like Jimmy Olsen. He's the kid from the Righteous Gemstones. He looks just like Jimmy Olsen. Let's see, Sarah Sampaio. Let's see who this is. Sarah Sampaio. Okay. Okay, I can see this. And look, she's beautiful, which is important, right? And quite a good body. Yeah. Okay, I can see that. That doesn't seem crazy to me. Eli Roth bringing us a sequel to the traditional Sasha Thanksgiving. Okay. Francis Lawrence helming adaptation of Richard Bachman's, a.k.a. Steven Spielberg's The Long Walk. Doom Patrol Ezra Clayton Daniels writing a remake of The People I Don't Care. Robert Gensler's Nosferatu casts its spineless shadow on 25th of December 2024. Ethan Hawke leads the cast for a sequel to The Black Phone. I don't know what that is. I don't get this getting sequel, right? Is that Sandman? That looks like Sandman and Swamp Thing in this. I'm going to give this game a go. You talked me into it already. Where are we up to? Loki is Michael Waldron replacing Jeff Loveless as writer for the Avengers Kang Dynasty. Daniel Brooks joining Jason Momoa in the Minecraft movie. Wes Ball directing live action adaptation of Legends. I couldn't care less. Melissa Barra and Jenna Ortega exiting Scream 7. Sequel to The Blackening now in development. Man, God, just like what a incredible display of lack of creativity. It's quite remarkable. Right, this thing that's doing gangbusters on Disney Plus. Percy Jackson, couldn't give a shit. Not for me. What's this? Lunar Cycle. Moonlight's back again. The Immortal Moonlight and the new Power Man duke it out. This year's Timeless. This artwork looks like it's shit. I mean, that page looks okay, but generally speaking, this artwork looks very weak. Like where's the rest of his arm gone? I don't know. This artwork looks weak to me. Doesn't really do it. Doesn't really do it in any way, shape, or form. The then final season of Star Trek Discovery arriving April 2024. Fuck no. Please, apocalypse. Can the apocalypse come before that, right? That's what we would all like. Just had a communication come into my family WhatsApp. Always worth having a look. Who's this? Oh man, that's sad. One of the soldiers who was killed in Gaza was a counselor for my son when he was younger. Tell you, look, this touches everybody in this country. It really does. I that's one of the reasons. Yeah, the Christmas stuff's coming down. It's been a bit much this year. Amazon and Jim Henson Company teaming up on Fairy, inspired by the work of Brian and Wendy Frond. Oh, okay, interesting. Man, do you remember the Storyteller? That was a great show. Harley Quinn renewed for a 5th season. Didn't know I had season 1 before. Ivan Valeri voicing Miss Marvel animated Marvel Zombies series. Nobody cares. Nobody's going to watch it. Netflix canceling Sand and Bone after 2 seasons. Didn't see season 1 and 2. Live action spin-off The Boys Mexico in development. Okay, so The Boys, the other spin-off was the one set in the school was friggin' excellent. Absolutely excellent. So I'm all up for that. In development from Blue Beetle's Gareth Dunnett, I'll see her. Well, I can forget you, Blue Beetle, because everybody can make a mistake once. Jonathan expected to direct episodes of Star Trek Strange World Season 3. God, I'm not into that. That's gonna be shit. Right, taken on this straight for Season 2. It is gonna be shit. Timothy Oliphant and David Rashel joining Noah Hawley's Alien prequel series. Is it a series or is it a movie? There's so much confusion about that. Black Mirror returning for a 7th season. I kind of ran out of steam on the last one. Animated feature, The Witch and Sirens of the Deep. Like, why? You destroyed that franchise, right? You literally destroyed that franchise. The Bear continuing for a 3rd season of just 6 episodes and terminating anime series. Don't care. Don't care. That's how I would describe it. I used to love reading Power Pack, but again, I just avoid modern comics. They're normally lecturing shit. Oh, come on, don't do that. That's it. The artwork looks pretty good, though. I mean, no, it doesn't. Now I'm looking at it. This would be like unacceptably shit artwork in the 80s. Now it's like, not bad. It's like pretty good. So when is this coming out? Who gives a shit? It's Power Pack Into the Storm. 24th of January. Don't care. What's this one? What's this other thing I don't care about? Looks like something, an X-Men thing. Al Ewing on bringing back the X-Men villain. Don't care. Doctor Who stuff. Oh god, this podcast makes me want to retch. It really does. Avoid that like the plague. Season 1, episode 2, later in 20 minutes, called The Devil's Chord. Music from Church and Ruby Oval was released on 11th of December. Goblin Song is free. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know that. Star figures. Oh, did we get any new viewing figures? The 7-day. So is it over here? Yeah. Really. Do we get the 7-day for shooting? No, we didn't. Okay, never mind. Bigger show, so no sign of slowing down. So new releases announcing called 10th Doctor box set Defender Earth. Rated Jacob Dubman will release in November. Dubman retires from playing the role 11th Doctor. Victory of the Doctor, which sees the return of the new paradigm Daleks. Yeah, no, they're not releasing anything. This is nothing new. Right, this is all old stuff, right? Podcast revealed their host lineup as Juno Dawson, Tyrell Dixon, and Christy. I mean, like, I can't imagine anything I would want to watch less, right? It's unbelievable. In-Vision commentary, Star Beast, the gig on Church and Ruby Road now available. I haven't seen the Church and Ruby Road in-Vision commentary. Audio Ventures, Pest Control, and Forever Track, narrated by David Dancaster tape, released on a 6 LP box set by. That's a good idea. Right, but people like vinyl. David Tennant reads bedtime story. Don't care. Doctor Adventures in Water, Air, and Light and Carbon. That looked pretty darn cool. That was like spraying Doctor Who images on water, on projected Doctor Who images on diffused water. Shooting Gatway made a surprise appearance in the repeat of Adventure in Time and Space. People are upset by that. He replaced Matt Smith. I think that was the right thing to do, because it was all about looking at the legacy of Doctor Who from then to now, and now is whenever it's on. So it should always be the current Doctor. I really agree with that, actually. What's this? Hang on. One second. Oh, now it's gone. Now this is actually a message I've got to read in detail. Yeah, a second. Let's see what it's trying to say. Okay, 1 second. I've got to send somebody a link. So now I'll go. Where is this? Okay. Invite. Click the little copy button and go over here and say, wait 1 second, no worries if you're. All right, there you go. Where were we at? We were at, yes, SFX. Anything else? Roundel Publishing announced new range of books celebrating the creative force behind Doctor Who. First announced and launched on Kickstarter, The DNA of Doctor Who, the Hint Cliches. That sounds pretty darn good. But I hate how they still won't promote anything that's been on Indiegogo instead, right? Hell's Bells, former YouTuber turned homegrown pilot into adult animated series. Oh, good for them. What is this? Haslin Hotel is on Prime Video. It's original. I know nothing about this other than it's not like a sequel or a prequel. It's like an original thing, which for me makes it like so much better, right? It's just so much better. I'm so bored of prequels and sequels, right? I'm like so just done with them. I wouldn't mind seeing Flash Gordon done right? Yeah, with those beautiful 1930s style ships, done in modern day. I just think that'd be beautiful, right? Something like that, like very Art Deco, or Buck Rogers, something like that. But I don't know, why make Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? It was just a dumb idea. It was just so. I'm all for originality. I would check this out. I'll check this out and hope I like it, right? More comics I'm not going to read. Chip Zdarsky asks, what on earth What if the Mighty Zeros were no more? They are no more. You changed them into a bunch of fat lesbians who sit around talking about eating. Okay, so now we're into the Doctor Who feature. Again, everything I'm seeing on screen worked well, right? Worked well. I would like to see them, like, sex up Millie a little bit. That would be. I mean, you certainly have a great template to work for over there. I remind everyone's going, who is Mrs. Flood, right? At the beginning of the episode, she had no idea what TARDIS was and was mad about it. At the end, she knew what a TARDIS was, so it looked like she'd been off with the Doctor for a little bit or somebody. Inside the spaceship, I'm so let down by this TARDIS design that they hyped and they hyped and they fucking hyped. It's for me. Okay, so where would I rank this? It's better than Jodie's. Well, so's like getting a fist up your ass is better than Jodie's. Weaker than Capaldi's. Weaker than Matt Smith 1 and 2. Weaker than Tennant. Weaker than I was going to say Paul McGann. I would say it's weaker than the TARDIS console that we never saw for the Seventh Doctor. Right, that was the one they were going to do the next season. Which they made a mock-up of, and it was pretty darn good. And then I think look, this just seems like annoyingly large for no apparent reason, and it's like you don't really get much out of it being so. I mean, even the console's too big, right? It's all just too bloody big, right? These are some of the design sketches about from Starbase. And I'm sorry, now we know it was unwatchable shit. I mean, I'm never going to go back to it. Oh, I'm male and female, something different. I'm never going back to it again, right? I don't really care about any of this, which is a shame because, look, a lot of this was excellent and they put a lot of work into it, right? This is much more interesting. Do you know the price of this? How much a Dalek playsuit is? Between 4,000 and 5,000 now. Okay. Let's see if there's anything. Okay, how much are these? Now, John Nathan Turner very famously had these Y fronts up in his office, right? In a thing of merchandise. Like everybody said, like every office was grey, and then you got to John Nathan Turner, it was bright red when you went in. They've had it $250 now. Blimey. Any bits of merchandise I recognize? I wanted this so badly. The Dapol TARDIS. The playset sells 100 to 200 pounds now, and a two-handed TARDIS goes for less than 30. That's not bad. A couple £100 for that. And then he bought the destroyed Cassandra. Oh yes, greatest Easter egg of all time. It looked like that with a Dalek, and then you opened it and it was Peter Davison having an electric pea, right? I don't think it get much better than that, right? I don't think it gets much better than that. So I watched this one, Ghost Story for Christmas. So this is the Mark Gatiss revival series of the Christmas M.R. James ghost stories. And this was a Conan Doyle one. Essentially, a guy has a mummy who goes around doing his bidding. Not bad, but it wasn't as good as the other ones, because I like the M.I. James one because you find the threat far less defined, right? It's much less clear. And the design work was okay, but kind of you weren't watching it for the design work, which you didn't really see much of this, unfortunately. Beyond the Buffyverse. So yeah, I had no interest in this whatsoever. They did an audio Buffy story, which, as I understand, was okay. I won't say any better than that. I was okay. Who's that? Chris Carpenter, still looking freaking awesome, right? Still looking freaking awesome. Blimey, Amber Benson has aged somewhat. Who's Layla Deaton Hines front as New Slayer. It's like people used to look at their Facebook to see their school friends what they look like now. Inside number 90. So apparently it's the 40th anniversary of Terrorhawks, which I it's kind of shit, but I got a lot of love for it, right? This Big Finish Terrorhawk stuff is really good, right? How much is that? Let's have a look. It really nabs that like bonkers flavor, right? It really is very good. So what's it? Terrorhawks. How much are these things? Bloody hell! That's ridiculous. 31. Are you out of your fucking mind? I mean, really? I mean, I understand you get like is it 3 stories? What? That just seems ridiculous, right? Also free Zelda story. Rental Hawks. What's that one? Is this a free story as well? Yeah. Terrorhawks. Let's have a look over here. Wow. $30 on it. It's just ridiculous. I'm sorry. It should be $9.99 for a box set. That's just ridiculous. It's a shame because they're quite good. I just could never recommend them at that price. All right. So, yeah, it was pretty shit. I didn't like their heads being too big for the bodies. It was seemingly a backward step from Captain Scarlet. But I still kind of liked it. I mean, listen, everybody loves Windsor Davis as Sergeant Major Zero. Basically played the same role, the only role he ever plays. So that was kind of cool. I liked all the Zelda's menagerie of weirdos. Right, all that was fun. The Big Finish continuation is actually very good. A to Z of The Exorcist. We celebrate William Franklin and Peter. Was it William Franklin and William Peter Blatter's classic tale of possession, which marks its 50th anniversary. Did it really? It's interesting. Again, look, you kind of have to be there at the time. Right? It's it's like very much of its time. Blimey, this is a bit of a long one. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I remember that movie. Right, that turns 35. It's like, how long has it been since Innovation? 35 years, 50 years. I had no interest whatsoever in any of the Saw movies. They just seem like graphic, vile. Just nothing about it appeals to me. Like, if someone says, hey, do you want to see a snuff movie? I'm like, no. Do you want to watch Faces of Death? No, I don't. Actually, all that kind of grosses me out. And that's basically it, Brian. That's all your articles. Now to the reviews. Willy Wonka. It likes Wonka. And again, I will watch that when it's on streaming. It looks kind of fun, but I'm not going to cinema to see that. The Hugh Grant does seem to be a lot of fun in that. But again, why isn't there a preview or 2024 this issue? It's ridiculous. What's okay? Boy and the Heron. I don't care what it is. I'm not going to say it. It's what's the Poor Things? It's 141 minutes long. It's directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, starring Emma Stone, William Dafoe. Well, that's interesting. Is it a movie? Is it on streaming? See what it is. A feminist Frankenstein from the director of The Favourite. Yeah, Yorgos Lanthimos, the latest, is one of the most fiercely inventive films of the year, adapted from the Scottish writer Alistair Gray's 1992 novel. Poor Things is a Victorian-era morality tale that is far more bonkers and fun than it sounds. Okay, you've actually got my interest now. Right from the off, Lanthimos and his collaborators do everything in their power to bend the rules, from Jerskin Frederick's scratchy, abrasive score to cinematographer Robbie Ryan's loopy fisheye lens camera work. The plot sees one Dr. Goodwin Baxter, William Dafoe, and his archetypal mad scientist rescue a suicide victim, Emma Stone. Moments after she plunges to her death, reanimating her, he brings. That sounds really interesting. Brings her back to her to rear her as a surrogate daughter, naming her Bella. That sounds very interesting. I would check that out. We'll go to the cinema, see it. Scala. Whoa, is that about the Scala cinema? Is it possible to have nostalgia for something you never experienced? I experienced the Scala. Holy shit! There's a Scala documentary. I love the Scala. Oh man, it's a feeling. This documentary, Love Letters to London, infamous cinema, gets close to generating. And even if, like most of us, you didn't live in the capital in the 80s, I did, and I went to the Scala. It was awesome. It may revive fond memories of a dive hangout. It was a dive hangout. From 78 to 93, initially in Fitzrovia and later in the grotty King's Cross. King's Cross, I knew it. The Scala became a magnet for a generation of misfits. Its status as a midnight movie venue, a perfect place for Fright Fest precursor around the clock, and and Avengers conventions. Right? Yes. But it was also a place you could discover art house obscurities and gay cinema. Well, now it's pretty hard not to discover gay cinema. The interview list here is dominated by big name former patrons, including likes of Adam Buxton, American Psycho director Mary Harron, and S-Express Mark Moore. There are good anecdotes from the staff too, including one or some rather icky ones about the detritus left behind. I don't want to know. Jam-packed with glorious psychotronic clips. I gotta see this. It neatly encapsulates the Scarlet's ramshackle underground ethos, the cats brushing your shins, the political benefits, or the speed-fueled all-nighters. They were speed-fueled. While you can't feel your shoes you can feel your shoes stick and floor, or the Northern Line rumbling under your feet. Yes, all this is true. You do come away with a sense of a much treasured time. I gotta find out how to get that movie. I really want to get that movie. Oh my god. The Scala was like this grunge cinema in King's Cross, where they had like all night film shows. Oh, it was wonderful. And it was like a smoke pit. Man, there was so much weed being smoked there. So they like the David Tennant specials. Yeah, I didn't. I thought they were really, really tired. Right? Just like like a real letdown. Really, really tired. Mayfair Witches. What is that? Recent or is that old? I think it's recent, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. Goosebumps. No, thank you. Winter King. Yeah, trying to be Game of Thrones. God, Monarch Legacy of Monsters, so fucking boring. It is so boring. Man, I can't bring myself to watch the second half of that season. Rebel Moon, they didn't like it. I quite liked it. There's a lot of hate out there for Rebel Moon. There's just a lot of hate out there for Rebel Moon. It's like I don't understand it at all. It's like a perfectly watchable sci-fi action adventure, right? I enjoyed it. Leave the World Behind. I keep meaning to watch that. They keep suggesting that to me on Netflix, right? Today I watched something different. I watched the Downton Abbey movie from a couple of years ago. Finally, I haven't seen it since it came out. I'll talk about that in a second. Although I am glad I watched that. Babylon 5 is now out on Blu-ray. And it's actually pretty darn cheap. It's like $100 for all 5 seasons. Like Big Finish, you should listen up. $100 for 5 seasons of video. Your $30 for 4 discs of audio terrorhawks is a bit. It's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. $9.99. That's what they should be. $9.99. What's in the roundup? Exorcist, The Believer, don't care. Oh, that's supposed to be shit. Saw 10, don't care. Pet Cemetery, Blood, don't care. Don't care. Oh, 381, I don't care. None of these books interest me in any way, shape, or form. And none of these do either. Any of the lightning round? No. Nothing. So this looks good, right? This looks this looks really good. The Blake 7 Series A production diary. This was put out by who was it? Cult Edge. Oh, it's not who I thought it was, but it's a label. Let's read the review. A labor of love. Oh, this print on demand making of for the opening run of Terry Nation's 1970s sci-fi saga about a bunch of freedom fighters takes a day-to-day approach. It kicks off on the 9th of September 75 when the Daleks creator improvised a pitch meeting with the head of series. And again, I just I wish Robert Holmes and Hinchliffe did this, right? They just did something other than Doctor Who together. From the head of serials, reproducing an audience research report from June 18th, 1978. You're swept along by a flood of data and a pleasing treat trivia nuggets bobbing up ever so often. Did you know that they toyed with making our hero Blake a school teacher? The eye patch Bladdy Travis's outfit was sourced from and establishing reveling in neighbor hardcore leather. Or that the power unit was one set of a fiberglass cesspit. Okay, I'm up for this, man. 271 pages. That sounds like a good chunk. So what's this? The Tomorrow People. Tomorrow People gets a Spider-Man No Way Home style reboot in this ambitious novel in which parallel worlds draw together the 70s, 1920s. It's what happens everywhere now. Fine, not really that interested, but good for them, right? Good for them. Wonder Woman, still not hot. Written by Tom King, piss off. Terribles comic anthology. Again, there's all the Terribles coming out this month. This was supposed to be from Lookin'. Miss Marvel, New Mutant, I don't give a shit. And again, Daredevil, just look how shit this artwork is. It really is. I don't know what to tell you. No wonder comics are dying, right? Avatar, The Frontiers of Pandora, don't get it. Do they have how much this is? Where's a link for it? Okay, first thing is you got to know where you buy it from. Oh, BitLive B7 Series A. Let's try that. Okay, 1 second. BitLive B7 Series A. Did I get that right? Okay, how much is this? 66 US. That's pretty pricey. But it's Lulu, baby. Lulu's pricey. All right? Lulu is pricey. But still, it looks pretty darn good. And then we got more Walking Dead coming out next month. I so don't care about new Walking Dead seeing Rick back. I'm just like, who gives a shit? Honestly, who gives a shit? So that's coming out on the 24th. Rick and Michonne are the ones who live in The Walking Dead. Master of the Universe, Prepare for Revolution. Madam Web, who gives a shit? Avatar Last Airbender, who gives a shit? Halo, Master Chief is back. Doctor Who, much more. Yeah, genre's on its ass, mate. You know, and in all fairness, genre is on its ass. More 2008. There you go. That's your SFX for this month. Man, I spent way too long on that. Oh man, beautiful. Fine. Let's get to the chat. Put some eye candy. Oh, wait, before we get to the chat, Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey, the New Age. Okay, I watched that today. That was my it was basically the end of my vacation time, watching Downton Abbey, the New Age. So I'm watching it, and I worked out what it is about Downton Abbey that I find disquieting, right? It's that it's very much like the Red Dwarf thing, Better Than Life, that everything always comes out exactly perfect the way that you want it, right? And that's Downton Abbey. So it starts off, you've got the one who's married to the super hot one who died, getting married. I think I kind of remember the school teacher. And you have all your Downton faces pop up. Hi, I'm in it. Hi, I'm in. And basically the whole movie is set up for shots for the trailer, right? Like, and well, it's so great to be back in Downton Abbey, right? Things like that. And so the plot is Maggie Smith is dying, and she's been given this villa in the south of France, which they're going to give to the hot daughter who died. Not the hot daughter, not the hot adopted daughter, the blonde one, the hot daughter with dark hair, who married the chauffeur, right? The Irish chauffeur who's now like a very servile servant. Who was getting married at the beginning. So that it's being given to Maggie Smith, who she's giving it to that one's daughter, right? And so you got, and then you have two plots. You have half the Downton crew go to the south of France to take ownership of this villa, apparently, right? From us taking off this other family who knew nothing about it. It's intimated that Hugh Bonneville is the bastard child of the person who owned that villa. And at the same time, you have the Downton crew back at Downton Abbey. They're making a movie at Downton Abbey, so it's all very meta. And you get all like, you know, your Downton staff get like all their wish fulfillment moments. Everybody gets to dress up. It's kind of like Are You Being Served? Right? It's kind of like Are You Being Served at Downton Abbey. And then, that's basically it. But it's just weird wish fulfillment TV. It's every setup, every frame is like for you to go, right? Right? But everything is so saccharine, and yet I quite like it. I can't explain why, but I do. I can't explain why. Oh man, I went through a lot to get this thumbnail done. Right, I kept trying to make it Catherine Tate, wouldn't work. Right, wouldn't work. So a Drucker ScarJo. That's totally where to go. I like how our eyes aren't pointing in the same direction. That came out very nicely. Let's keep this party going. The Reverend Planet's Hair of a Dog, the big 2024 preview. Yeah, we'll get to that right after the chat. We'll see who's here. Oh, dear, started here. How you doing? Has anybody started to take down the Christmas decorations as well? The traditional time is 12th night, which is I believe Friday. Right, but I think mine are coming down. Yeah. I need a Christmas break now. I'm looking forward to waiting until next year to see it come back. Paul Tozer, how you doing, Paul Tozer? Thank you for joining us. The Soldier Rangers here. See, the new 2024, and nothing has changed. Ecky Thump. Well, yeah, there is that. Dr. Alex is here. Happy New Year. So one of the things I hope to get to is catching up my reviews on season 14, which I am stunningly behind on, right? Stunningly behind. Who we got here? Colin Archer's Happy New Year. Actually doing a New Year stream lately yourself. Oh, what on? Put the link in, please do. Who else we got? I correctly predicted Trump's first victory. The second, Clinton won. The Democrat ticket. Yeah, my son he said if it was literally anybody else versus anybody else, the other one win. The only thing I can think of looking forward to this year is Dune 2, and I'm worried it may be very Shani-centric and modern. Oh, I hope not. Because they really, other than Leah Keynes being race swapped, and the actress just didn't work. Gender and race swap, it just, the original one was very good. The first one was good. People didn't want to status quo candidate, and they may well be tied to them again. Well, status quo isn't Trump. Trump's anti-establishment. Smart. If the Tories want to win in the next election, Nigel Farage is leader, right? That's really what they have to do. Man, I don't think they'll do it, but boy, would that be great. Darren M is here. How you doing, Darren M? Mr. Jacqueline Hyde is here. What is it? They keep bringing in, if they keep bringing in people from the Seventh Doctor, Ace was with him when Benny joined the TARDIS crew. Yeah, it's very confused, this one. It's like, it's kind of entertaining, but I've got to see where it's going. Back to the vet tomorrow with the cat. So the cat, my cat, I think we might have a reprieve and be able to call her Whitey, right? You know, so but the trouble is I have to not giggle, right? So I'm looking for the cat. I can't say where's Whitey, right? I'm just gonna giggle. If I started to bring the cat, oh hey, can you get Whitey? I'm just gonna giggle. Disaster is here, eating Disaster. Thank you for joining us. Where are we up to? Fine. Gal Karamazov is here. A 1315 New Who, the two doctors, a multi-doctor story. No one would watch. Maybe throw in Doom. Yeah, why not? Right. I literally, you could just record Suze Kempner's gaping arsehole for an hour, and nobody will know because nobody will watch that shit. Right? Nobody will watch that shit. Rowie Bonnet just got here 45 minutes ago. Well, good for you. Lonnie's here. Recommend Bionic Bob's edit of Star Trek 5 with new CGI. Ooh. Will make you will fulfill as a TOS fan. Go to fanedit.org and get to the forums and request a link. Bionic Bob. I will absolutely check that out. Right, I will absolutely check that out. How do we get fanedit.org? Let me go to that now before I get fanedit.org. And it's coming out. I got to get to the forums. Okay. That sounds fascinating. There's all kinds of things here. Okay. I have to go look at fanedit.org. Man, I bet that's good. Right? I bet that's good. Thank you, Lonnie. I will definitely check that out. Paul Dozer there. How you doing, Paul? I'm pretty sure I said hello to you already. We'll say hello again. I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. That has been known to happen. Not often, admittedly, but the Incredible does go down every now and again. Where are we up to? Colin Archer says I got the current Doctor thing, but as of the 60th, that was David Tennant. Yeah, I understand. Man, that David Tennant thing was just a mistake. That just didn't work at all. That whole day, it just did not work in any way, shape, or form. Right? Hate to be one to tell you, but yeah, what a mistake, right? Big Finish Babylon 5. Now that's well, they wanted them to do Babylon 5, series 5 of it, and I think they turned it down, and I think quite wisely too. Right, Babylon 5 kind of it really went off the boil after season 4, right? Because they wrapped up the story at the end of season 4, and then season 5 was just kind of left dangling, sadly. Trek, Rings, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Indie, MCU, DCU, all soulless now. It's true. It is true, right? Bring on those AI creation tools, and we can make our own ones much better. Right, so it's your Con Archer's stream is at 8:30 tonight. It's FFSI. I don't know. I don't know what the I is. Right, I get the FSS. Not sure about the rest of it. Clinton was a status quo candidate you'd do for Sweden. Yes, I know. That was the point. But man, they will do anything to get rid of Trump. It's crazy, right? They really will do anything to get rid of Trump. Fine. With that said, let's start looking into the future of what this coming year may be bringing us. Right? Maybe I'm into this Wicker Man thing though. I'm really excited about that. I can't believe I didn't hear about it. That's literally why I buy SFX magazine, for things like that. And honestly, that's literally it, right? So we up to we go. I'm just Closing down some windows so I can see where I am. Here we go. Should we do... we'll do movies first. Let's look at movies from Rotten Tomatoes. Most anticipated movies of 2024. Share screen. So what we got? January. So there's a new Bad Girls? Mean Girls, I mean? Is it with this? Is it a remake of the 2004 comedy? Though it may look like a remake of the 2004 comedy, the new interpretation isn't quite that. Written by Tina Fey, who wrote the original and makes an appearance in the film, this is an adaptation of the stage musical Mean Girls, which was an adaptation of the original film. Angourie Rice plays a new girl, Caddy Henry, and not really for me. So Argyle looks really good. Right, it looks really, really good. It's a very, very James Bondian spy thriller, which turns out to be a piece of metafiction being written by, I think, Bryce Dallas Howard. Great cast, right? Looks really, really fun. Madam Web. Who would want to go? Let's look at the trailer. Like I stop this crap. Let me grab the link. Oh, you just annoy me. There you go, doink. It did like this seems like a movie that nobody in their right mind would ever want to see. Download it. Where do you go? Did it download? I think it downloaded. There you go. Share screen. Downloads. Madam Web trailer. Okay, let's have a look.
Hey, come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm bored. I've seen it a million times before. Being mad bad guy.
Let's try that again.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it.
I mean, like, honestly, I'm so not interested in the hero anymore, right? I'm just not.
Until one moment changed everything.
Come on! Welcome back to the land of the living.
I don't understand what's happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
Darling, the future is this movie tanking, okay? How this movie was made for anything other than Netflix is a mystery to me. Honestly, God.
City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me? What do you want?
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What is going on? I can see the future.
Who is this for? Who is this movie for? Like, girls are not going to want to see this movie. This is not a chick flick, right? This is not for boys. No one wants to see this movie. I mean, literally nobody. It's like, how does money get allocated into making this? How is it not obvious this is going to tank?
Oh, what the hell? She didn't see that coming? That's not how it works.
I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
Oh, well, that's convenient.
Wait, I recognize you. You live in my building.
You're the paramedic.
Yeah, you almost ran me over.
You don't think this is weird? How we're all connected?
It's like a web.
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
I have no idea what those girls are about.
Why don't you want from me?
I can't. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Stop. Why? What doofus thought that was a good idea? When's that coming out? February 14th, closing February 15th. Doom Part 2, we've seen that trailer a bunch of times. What's this? Imaginary Friends. The original horror film from Blumhouse centers on a woman, Della Wise, who moves back into a childhood home with one of her family, only to discover her stepdaughter, Piper Braun, has become attached to a stuffed bear she found in the basement that compels her to engage in increasingly dangerous games. Okay. Kung Fu Panda 4. Fuck me. I thought they were going to say Kung Fu Panda 2, and I'm going to say fuck me, assuming. Kung Fu Panda 4? What is this one? Mark Wahlberg stars as a remarkable, based on true event story about a man who befriends a stray dog during his journey. That sounds okay. Again, it's not a cinema movie. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire looks good, but has every woke cunt in it this side of who knows where. I don't know. Right? Was it what was I going to say? 5. I was just going. It still looks good to me, though. I have to tell you, Mickey 17. Okay. Godzilla versus Kong, X-Kong, the New Empire. We looked at that trailer as well. It's gotta be better than Monarch Legacy of Monsters, which is shit. Fuck me, it's such shit. Such intensely boring shit. Speaking of intensely boring shit, Zendaya's back with headlines. The latest film from Luca Guadagnino, which centers on the relationship between a tennis prodigy turned coach, Zendaya, and struggling former champion who is her husband, Mike Fast, and a former bit. I'm bored reading that. Fuck me, I'm bored reading the sort of challenges of getting through it with my eyes fucking open. Now, Alex Garland. Okay, Alex Garland has a strong pedigree. We're gonna. I love the Annihilation. I love Machina. Piss off with this shit. Okay, let's have a look. Again, Annihilation is a weird ass movie, which I like a lot. It's a weird ass movie. But yeah, that's a trailer we're going to check out. Where is it? Download. And it's actually a movie that makes what's her name, Tessa Thompson, seem vaguely likable. Not likable, watchable. Which so I'm quite where's the Mosley Blaze TV series? Says Darren Bradley. Boy, are you right? Are you right? Yeah, I mean, like, what an IP just going away. So Civil War. Let's have a look at this.
States have seceded.
The United States Army ramps up activity.
The White House issued warnings to the Western forces as well as the
so this is just a documentary from a year in the future.
Florida Alliance.
The three-term president assures the uprising will be dealt with swiftly.
Let me know if you want to try anything on.
Are you guys aware there's like a pretty huge civil war going on all across America?
We just try to stay out. With what we see on the news, seems like it's for the best.
Citizens of America, the so-called Western forces of Texas and California.
Oh, God, what's his name? Okay, you're never going to have Western forces of Texas and California working together. They're at war with each other. Nick Offerman.
Have suffered a very great defeat at the hands of the United States military.
Mr. President, do you regret the use of airstrikes against American citizens?
We're moving to D.C. today.
We need to go down there.
They shoot journalists on sight in the Capitol. Every instinct in me says this is death. Bloody.
Yeah, trouble is, I think this is going to be too. It's going to be too close to home because I think this sort of shit might go down.
Every time I survived a war zone, I thought I was sending a warning home. Don't do this. But here we are.
There's some kind of misunderstanding here. What? Well, you're American, okay? Okay. What kind of American are you? You don't know?
Again, I hate the evil white guy thing. It's just done to death.
Western forces will reach the White House on July 4th.
Oh my God.
Get in the car! Get in the car!
Move, move, move!
You're gonna hang back.
I'm not hanging back.
One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Go, 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 go!
Yeah, this is prescient. This sounds like this is going to go down.
God bless America.
Okay. No, it looks pretty good. Again, not a movie I can't live without, but it looks pretty good. April 26th. The Fall Guy? Get out of here. Is this like Fall Guy is in The Fall Guy? Ryan Gosling as a Fall Guy? Wait. I am sick of this man. Skip. Oh, if it's The Fall Guy, they need to have the bloody music. Right? Oh, man. That and also they need to have some... Was it Heather Locklear in the Fall Guy trailer, in the Fall Guy titles? I hope this is the Fall Guy. Right? Although, do I? The like the 18 movie was somewhat disappointing. It was nearly good. Yeah, Fall Guy, here it comes. Let's play that. Video file. Fall Guy trailer. I can't believe it's a Fall Guy movie. That's my hand.
In 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yeah, this is the Fall Guy. This is Lee Majors.
Yeah! So good.
Oh, good.
Shot to the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
Anyone but him. I didn't approve him. You know that. You are literally the last person on earth I want to see slap the shit out of you. I really could.
And I'm open to that in a safer environment.
Yeah, I don't understand what it is about Emily Blunt that everybody thinks that she is the greatest thing ever. All right? She does literally nothing for me. Right? Like, literally nothing for me whatsoever. Let's see if there's... Yeah, let's see. Cool, doink. Yeah, play.
You've been a ghost. No phone call, no text.
It's not like I didn't want to apologize.
You don't have to explain anything. It was just a flame. So how have you been? God, I hate that thumbs up stunt guy stuff. I'm the director.
We're gonna set this man on fire.
You're a stunt guy. We need to keep it super profesh.
Profesh is my middle name.
You said your middle
I wish it was more like the Fall Guy, frankly.
name was Danger.
How'd we do, boss? Really?
Yeah.
Holster that.
Yeah, it's holstered. It's done. Forget. You never saw it.
Tom Ryder, the biggest action star on the planet, is missing. You need to bring him back on. Jodie's movie is dead.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. Nobody's gonna notice you. That's your job. No offense.
I mean, some taken.
You find
That's a decent premise for a movie, but I wish it was more like The Fall Guy.
Ryder, save Jodie's film. You get the love of your life back.
I'm not the hero, I'm just the double.
Not today, you're not.
Tom, we really need you back on set, pal.
Dead body on ice.
He was so dead, Gail. He was super dead.
He has got himself involved with some shady people.
I had no choice. I had to do some Jason Bourne shit. They were trying to kill me. And not in a fun way. You can make it.
Honestly, I still prefer was that great movie then? The Driver? Was that his movie?
You can't make it. It's too dangerous. You gotta be stairs. Okay.
What happened to your face? You look
Oh, a second. Is my stream down? Wait. Stream was interrupted from what? What the hell? Okay, one second. Back in a second, folks. Okay, we'll stop watching the trailer. What the hell? Oh man, this is just annoying. Well, I'll keep on. Hopefully, it'll come back in a minute. Like this, why? What I like? Why? Oh, is it back? Hang on, let me just refresh the page. Thinking about it. It's thinking about it. I'll take this off. Remove. And now the internet's going down as well. Really? Still unavailable, right? Still unavailable. Unbelievable. Let's go back to the article. It was down for a couple of minutes. It should be up by now, right? It should be up in about 2 minutes, I reckon. I mean, again, like I'm doing you a favor with this. And then they're like, it's beyond me, right? The stupidity is just beyond me. Like, if you don't know that the stream's been taken down, hopefully it'll be back up in a minute, right? It'll be back up. Oh, there you go. Fine. Okay, fine. I'll stop promoting your piece of shit movie, you cunt. How about that? Would you like that? Fine. I'll stop promoting your piece of shit movie. Coming out May 3rd. Morons. I get whatever. And it didn't look very good. Back to Black. So biopic about what was this? What's her name again? Amy Whitehouse. She kind of got into drugs. That's what happened. Ryan Reynolds movie. Oh, directed by John Krasinski. Okay, so that's If. John Krasinski and Ryan Reynolds, both of whom star in this film, by the way, developed this fantasy comedy, also in both Krasinski, about a young girl who learns that she has the ability to see imaginary friends, hence the title If, that have been abandoned. Oh, that's interesting. Reynolds and Krasinski are joined by a massive voice cast, presumably for the imaginary friends, including Phoebe Waller-Bridge. Fuck off! Don't care. Leave me alone. Matt Damon. Okay, Steve Carell. Yeah, Emily Blunt. More Emily Blunt. I wish I fancied Emily Blunt, right? Fioruza. I'm gonna get screwed if I watch this trailer, right? Because I like the. We'll give it a go. How about that? We'll think about it. Now the interwebs are crawling. Oh, come on, there you go. Doink. Fioruza. We'll go up here. Kingdom Planet Ace, that actually looks quite good. Where were you? Downloads. Well, that's downloading it. The fear of getting zapped again. Yeah, comparing that Fall Guy movie to the real Fall Guy, right? This is the titles, very low res.
Kiss and tell, but I've been seen with Farrah. I've never been with anything less than a 9. So fine.
Like, why not keep the music? Somehow, some reference to it.
I've been on fire with Sally Field, gone fast with a girl named Bo, but somehow they just don't end up as mine.
Lee Majors should. Is Lee Majors still alive? If he is, he should be in it.
It's a death-defying life I lead. I take my chances.
I mean, $6 Million Man and Fall Guy. I mean, that's a pretty good resume.
I die for living in the movies and TV.
And so this was, like the early 80s, when America was the coolest thing ever, right? The coolest. We went to LA as a family, and it was just like seeing like the Chinese theater, things like that. Just blew people, blew by me and my parents.
But the hardest thing I ever do is watch my leading ladies kiss some other guy while I'm bandaging my knee.
That was from Thunderball, wasn't it? And who was it? His sidekick. This was probably the only thing he was ever in, and hopefully it bought his house, and he's like got.
Well, then I might roll a brand new car, 'cause I'm the unknown stuntman that made Redford such a star.
Like, this looks fun. The other one didn't. Yes, Heather Tom. Oh my God. Okay, you need more of this in that movie. Whatever you
I've
say.
never spent much time in school, but I taught ladies.
Anyway, that looks way better. Now it's in Heather Tom, so we can move on. Right, that's way better. Furiosa. Right, that's the next thing we're going to look at. Now, look, I liked all the Mad Max movies a lot. I have to say, I did like them all a lot. It's a shitty origin story. It's a TV. Oh God, no, Peter Rich, please tell me no. And I really like what's his name, Tom Hardy as Mad Max. I think it's an interesting idea to expand out the world a bit. Okay, Furious. I think that's probably something that would work quite well. So,
Whatever you have to do. However long it takes. Promise me you'll find your way home.
oh, so it's basically Girl Mad Max. Oh, and what's name was very good in that Mad Max as well. Well, Charlie Theron. Heather Lockhair, Heather Thomas, Heather Menzies, so many Heathers. The 80s was wonderful.
Furiosa. Give me this promise.
I mean, I like this is like a parallel story as well. Okay. This is like a 3-movie cycle, and I wish they'll do that third Prometheus movie.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, it can't be 45 years after, because Mad Max was in it. So it looked like he wasn't 45 years after the fall for that last Mad Max movie. Like 20 years. Oh, you're kidding me. Really? Mother. What? Fine, it's off. Okay, let's give it a few minutes. Okay, we'll give it a couple of minutes. Fine, no more. Okay, no more. We won't do any more trailers. Oh man, oh man. Fine. We'll wait for it to come back. Did they even get a notice yet that it's down? I guess we're not going to look at the Planet of the Apes trailer either. But yeah, okay. There's a reason why they want to keep these trailers not getting out, because generally speaking, the movies look like they'll be cack, right? It's just I was being positive about it. The thing that making me bloody crazy, right? I was being absolutely positive about it. No, okay, we're back there. Fine, still waiting. It'll hit the like button. No, you can't hear me. Unbelievable, right? Unfreaking believable. What's going on over at Rumble? Let's settle over there. Hang on. Doink. Is anybody watching? Hey, watching. How you doing, Rumble? Being up to date. Come on. And now Rumble's frozen as well. Okay. So what's doing over at the YouTube? Still down. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Fine. Let's read a bit about the Furiosa movie. Anna Taylor Joy will be a young version of the war rig driving badass Imperiata Furiosa in this prequel to Mad Max Fury Road. One of the best films of the century so far. I guess so. George Miller will naturally direct one more, and Chris Hemsworth will co-star in the movie, which tells the tale of Furiosa kidnapping and rise to Immortan Joe's ranks. Okay, fine. How's that? That stream back? Oh, stream's back. There you go. We're back again. Lock and low, baby. Lock and low. Fine. So, no more looking at trailers. We get it. Okay, we get it. Right? There's a Garfield movie. There's May 24th. Don't really care. Furiosa sounds kind of good. Okay, Planet of the Apes movie. This I'm excited about, right? I like this new version of Planet of the Apes. And honestly, in the first one, was it Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, whatever it's called, you had a spaceship, that went missing, right, as part of a plot point. I'd love to see them turn up to go through a wormhole or something, and they're in future Earth. And so basically, then they redo the first movie. Right, Caesar the chimpanzee who led the apes to world domination died at the end of 2017's War for the Planet of the Apes, the third film in the reboot trilogy. Looking bad. However, there's more monkey business to be had. Yes, apes and monkeys are different, but let's go with this. Wes Ball, who helmed Maze Runner films, directs the fourth film in the series, which takes place many years after the events of war. Yeah, I like that idea. Right, I do like that idea of like moving that society along. Right, the idea that Caesar has like gone into mythdom, and I like the generation of religion. I find that fascinating. So far, so Junior Ballerina, but what the hell? Starring Anna de Armas. First spin-off from the John Wick spin-off. Okay. I never was really into the John Wick movies. They're fun, but they just don't really do much for me. Bad Boys 4, I guess. Is that going to be on Amazon? What's this? Inside Out 2. Oh, fuck off. Just such a dearth of originality. What's this one? The Bike Riders Trailer 1. I'm not showing a trailer, that's for sure. So it's Tom Hardy. Okay. Andrew Butler. This is for June 21st. After being pulled from the 2023 release schedule due to the SAG-AFTRA strike, Jeff Nichols' period drama switches hands from 20th Century Fox to Focus Pictures and earned a new release date in the summer 2024. Inspired by a 6/7 photo book of the same name, the fictional story chronicles the rise of Chicago Motor Club over the course of a decade and the lens of its members. A Quiet Place Day One. So I didn't see any of the other Quiet Place movies, but I say they're quite good, right? Just I never got around seeing Deadpool. Wouldn't mind seeing. What's Twisters? Really planned as a remake of the '96 drama Twister. Twisters took form as a sequel, although it's been called a new chapter. Isn't clear if it have any connection. Sounds kind of stupid. Despicable Me 4. I can't believe you're making that. Really? Deadpool 3. Also, look, it'll probably be funny, or maybe not. I think the joke might be over them. Borderlands by Eli Roth. Get ready for some space shenanigans as Eli Roth takes the helm of the adaptation of a popular and wacky video game. Cast include big names like Kate Blanchett, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. And the film was written by Craig Mazin, who recently made a hit of the acclaimed Last of Us. No, everything he touched Last of Us was a piece of cack, frankly. Untitled Alien movie. So here's the thing: is Alien Prometheus? No, Romulus. Is it a movie or is it a TV show? This is Fred Adorat. So this is different from the TV show. TV show is Romulus, and it's supposed to be coming out in August this year. New film comes from the Don't Breathe director Fred Alvarez. Will follow a group of young people on a distant world that find themselves in a confrontation with the most terrifying life form. I just wish they did the Prometheus movies, frankly. Kraven the Hunter looks like it's going to be shit. Beetlejuice 2. Listen, yeah, but like, a Beetlejuice 2 works in a movie landscape that looks exciting, right? Of innovation. You know, it doesn't work. Now it just seems tired. So Scarlett Johansson and Transformer 1 movie. Transformer franchise returns to its roots, an animated prequel. Fine. Untitled Source sequel, don't care. I don't know how I feel about this Joker Duex, how you written Dares, right? I'm not sure how I feel. I like the first Joker a lot. I think it was kind of a one movie, right? I'm intrigued to know what they'll be doing. I don't really like Lady Gaga. She kind of gets on my nerves. I have to see more, but it could be good. But I don't have high hopes. Terrifier 3. They haven't seen Terrifier 1 and 2. Then in November we got Venom 3. Whatever. Tom Hardy returns for a third installment of the Spider-Man adjacent superhero franchise centering on. I never got through the second one without falling asleep. South African reporter possessed by an alien symbiont. Writer Kelly Marcel steps behind the camera for this one, whose plot we really don't know much about yet or care. Gladiator 2. Okay, having not been able to make Prometheus 3, or whatever, he's now on Gladiator 2. I don't know. Do I really want? Again, that seems like a movie that doesn't need a sequel. Right, it just really didn't need a sequel. Ridley Scott returns to direct this sequel to his historical epic Gladiator. The story will reportedly revolve around a grown-up Lucius, played by Paul Mescal, that was the kid who became emperor, and we'll see the return of Connie Nielsen as Lucilla. Okay, Wicked Part 1. That's from the stage show about the witch from Wizard of Oz. So they've been broken into 2 movies. Why? Guess they can make more money about Karate Kid. Really? The popular Netflix series Cobra Kai has helped keep the iconic 80s martial arts franchise alive by being very good, by being well written, right? Kicking the popular consciousness, and the 25th of Sony will head back the IP of Dojo with a new installment, originally thought to be unconnected to the original films on Netflix show. A casting call announcement revealed that Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan will star alongside the new film as the title character, Daniel LaRusso and Mr. Han. I feel okay, maybe. So War of the Worlds, Roheim. So this seems to be made specifically because the Lord of the Rings ship, the TV show, was so shit. Right, it was just like trying to capture. Is this an animated feature? Warner Brothers' latest film, Lord of the Rings universe, is an animated prequel that follows the exploit of Helm Hammerhead, the legendary king of Roham, home of a horseman known as the Rehurim that played a big part in Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers. Brian Cox will lend his voice to the central character, excellent casting, who reigned for 183 years before the event of The Two Towers, while the latter film's Miranda Otto reprises the role as Elwyn, and it will serve as a framing device for the story. Again, that's like saying I would watch on a streaming service. Mustafa, what the hell is this? Mustafa the Lion King? Live action Lion King, which Andre Kuda generated, is getting a prequel. I don't care. Oh, Sonic Hedgehog, fine, whatever. Nosferatu. Bill Skarsgård stars in that. Okay, it's Nicholas Hoult. Robert Eggers, The Witch and Lighthouse, follows his action epic, The Northman, with a passion project he's been working on for years. A remake of the 1920 vampire film with the same name looks to follow a similar plot centering on a young woman, Lily Rose Depp, and a vampire, Bill Skarsgård, who is infatuated with her. And then we also got Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I kind of got bored with the second one. And Beverly Hills Cops, Axel F. Man, look, there's not a lot to look forward to there. Like, the Argyle look good, but Dune's the only thing I'm actually actively looking forward to. Right? There's not a lot to look forward to there at all. Well, let's look at the 34 most anticipated TV shows. Brother Son. Okay, this is on Netflix. Michelle Yeoh leads a action drama portraying a savvy woman who left it. I don't care. Grunsberg. I guess this is on Fox. John Hamm. I watched the first episode because John Hamm's in it. Alan Tiduk, who I like a lot. So, following detective Marvin Flute, who returns to home of Greensburg, where everyone has a secret to prove, he's made it to his ex-wife's unstable son and fellow. Echo, the show that's been delayed 3-4 times, and it's going to be dropped on Monday because it's shit beyond shit, and they're embarrassed of this. Yeah, this is more Disney Marvel for you. Right? More absolute total failure. This I'm looking forward to, though. I will be certainly watching this and reviewing this. I like the idea of a 1990s TED TV show. Right? Who's writing this? Seth MacFarlane's in it, but is he writing as well? I don't know. Criminal Records. So this is a new show with Peter Capaldi. An 8-episode crime drama set in contemporary London follows two detectives, a young woman at the beginning of her career, and a well-connected man protecting his legacy, brought together over an old murder case. So Capaldi, Kush Jumbo, Charlie. So yeah, I would give that a check that out. Traitors, not for me. It's like everybody loved it, but you know. True Detective's coming out with a full season. I've really got to check out their third season, which the second season was not very good, as it put me off. So this is Death and Other Details, murder mystery set on a lavish Mediterranean ocean liner. Don't care, not for me. The Way Home season 2, not for me. Go away. The Bachelor season 28, fuck off. Griselda, what's this? Inspired by the life of cartel creator Griselda Blanco, the drama limited series focused on Bianca's Sofia Vergara. Oh, so she's pretty hot. Also executive producer in Miami in the 1970s, 80s, using a charm to navigate the business and family, earning the nickname The Godmother. It'll probably be feminist crap, right? Probably be feminist crap. So The Expats on Amazon Prime. Lulu Wang limited series set to premiere with 2 episodes before weekly release, based on Janice Y.K. Lee's best-selling novel, The Expatriates, set in 2014 Hong Kong. The expats interject their lives 3 American women who, while exploring the line between Victor, I'm bored already. Masters of the Air. So this is like Band of Brothers, but with planes. Okay. Vanderpump Rules. What the fuck? It's safe to assume that viewers are pretty anxiously excited to see season 11 of Vanderpump Rules. No, I'm not. Viewed Capote versus the Swans. So this is on FX. After 7 years, the second installment of Feud has arrived. With Truman Capote. Bit too esoteric for me. MLK, so what's this on? National Geographic? MLK/X. Okay, this is so 2024. I was going to say 2023. This is so 2024. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Anything but white people. No white people in this show at all. No white. And like, she's a replacement for Angelina Jolie. Excuse me. If you find her spankable, you need to go to a doctor. What is wrong with you? Kirby Enthusiasm is back. Okay. Fair. One day, something on Netflix. Nothing like a week before Valentine's drama, romantic drama spanning decade. No. Tracker on CBS. Then the Super Bowl slot. Doesn't have first leading roles following This Is Us in Tracker, based on a different novel, The Never Game. Hartley plays a survivalist, Coulter Shaw, who uses his expert tracking skills. I don't care. Love is Blind, I don't care. Avatar Last Bender, I don't care. Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live, I so don't care. Rick and Michonne are back together at last, and nobody gives a shit. In the latest Walking Dead spin-off, the characters are thrown into a changed world years after being devastatingly separated. They now must find themselves and each other again in a situation unlike any other before. As AMC asks, are they enemies, lovers, victims, victors without it, or will they just find they're the Walking Dead? Okay. Whatever. Vague interest, not really. Shogun looks good only because we're signing this guy who I really like. It's this guy Hoyuko Sanara. Like, I mean, everything in the thing I like. He was great in Westworld. He's great in everything. So this is something from the Good Wife verse. Oh, God, so much shit that I don't care about. In a post, Mayor of Easttown, HBO turns Kate Winslet portrays a counselor as hysterical limited series filled with mystery. It tells the story of 1 year within the walls of the palace of modern European regime that begins to unravel. That sounds actually kind of fun. Most of these have been kept under wrap, with the writer-producer being Walt Tracy, who just finished working on Succession and The Menu. Both of those are good. I would that looks like worth checking out. Girls Forever Season 3, fuck off. 911 Grey's Anatomy, no. Manhunt, Apple TV, based on Manhunt, the 12-day chase for Lincoln's killer, the true crime thriller story of Edwin Statter's hunt for John Wilkes Booth following the assassination. That sounds kind of interesting. So it's Tobias Mendes. I like him in pretty much everything. Palm Royale on Apple TV Plus, based on Juliet McConaughey's novel Mr. and Mrs. American Pie. The star-studded comedy is an underdog story about Maxine Simmons, Kristen Wiig, great talent, terribly cast in Wonder Woman, a woman trying to break into the Palm Beach high society and will prove that she's one of the haves while living the life of a have-not. Interesting. Three Body Problem. So yeah, this is on Netflix, work by Dan and Dave, adapted by another book. But man, Dan and Dave, mate, what happened to you guys? Dan and Dave are the people who made the Game of Thrones and then destroyed Game of Thrones and their own careers. It did it. Stars David Game of Thrones and John Bradley. The story follows a group of 5 former colleagues and brilliant scientists who reunite to take on an outside force threatening humanity. Fallout. I can't imagine this is going to be any good. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. From Westworld creators Jonathan Nolan, Lisa Joy. Well, you did say Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, who are pretty darn good. I love Westworld. One of the best shows I've ever seen. Fallout is based on the video game series telling the story of have and have not set 200 years after the apocalypse. Los Angeles citizens live underground shelters to avoid bandits, mutants, and radiation after nuclear annihilation. Bridgerton Season 3, don't care. Really, not much to get excited about at all. Bloody hell. That looks pretty darn dire. Doesn't it? That looks just look pretty darn dire. Wow. That looks really shit. Right? That looks really extraordinarily shit. I'm kind of like, I'm glad I found out about the Wicker Man, but that just sounds extraordinarily shit. Yeah, there's nothing really going on in Bounding Comics. We looked at that yesterday. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to wrap up, right? I'm going to wrap up. This is my Thursday streaming. I am just out of steam. ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to wrap up. So a fictionalized version of The Crown then. Well, they all are, aren't they? The Crown's pretty darn fictionalized. Like The Crown is... I haven't finished this latest season, but it's all about making Charles and Camilla look good, right? That's what the entirety of this season is. Fine. As I said, with that, though, I'm going to wrap up. I'm Cream Crackered. I will be back. I'm taking tomorrow off. I normally stream on Tuesday. I'm taking Tuesday, Wednesday off. We'll be back Thursday. I will have new content out tomorrow, as always. So join me then. Join me back whenever you want. I'm going to hit the end broadcast button and say good night, good luck.